Scoring, we've got you covered.
Yes, we do. Two high-powered offenses, and they're not just talented, they're relentless.
And it's the Bucks to start out. The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Inside, it's Green next to Jackson Davis. And it's Butler in at the 3. Now here's Curry. Pass to Jackson Davis. Back to Green. Green, a screen. Curry with it, guarded by Antetokounmpo. 4 on the clock. Here's Jackson Davis. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Lillard up top. Jackson outside. Lillard, a screen on Curry. Back to Lillard. Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. They get it back to the right side. 4-3. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist from Kuzma.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
The 3 from Curry. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Pajemski. And that one's good.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Milwaukee has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Well, Brent, although he hasn't won an MVP since 2020, Giannis has been a finalist every season.
Well, B.A., I just wonder if the voter fatigue is something that Giannis is tired of. Forget the voters. Maybe he just wants to focus on getting back to that level. Obviously, in the past couple seasons, you could say that he might have deserved one more, but this is one of the best two-way players in the league, and he's not going anywhere.
Curry, that's good.
Great execution. Steph just ripping the defense right now to shreds. What a great screen and roll action that was.
On the wing, Kuzma, three-pointer. Buries it from 3.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
The Bucks trail by 3. Kuzma with the ball. Now guarded by Curry. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. Antetokounmpo for 3. The Warriors pull it in. It's Pajemski on the wing, defended by Lillard. Out of bounds. It'll be Bucks ball.
Part of passing the rock is calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
The Bucks trail. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in from 20 feet. Out to the right wing, and here's Lopez from the arc. Kicks it out to Jackson. And another miss by Milwaukee. And it's Green with the ball for the Golden State Warriors. And here's Butler outside. Rebounded by Lopez. And for the Bucks, they're shooting just 22% in the early stages of this one. Jackson gets the bucket.
Nice find by Lillard. He deserves some recognition for that kind of passing.
Outside Pajemski. Outside for Green. Out left to the wing. Butler on the wing. From the corner. And too long on the shot. A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Lillard with the ball. Now Pajemski defending. Antetokounmpo for three. Hauled in by Curry.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pajemski gets the three to fall. Pajemski's got 5 points.
So much attention on Steph. That really opens up the floor.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Butler. For three, here's Lillard. Rebounded by Green. Green's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Butler. Back to Pajemski.
Will be reviewed under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
And of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Warriors on top. They're up by 3. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack. As soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
They've got Prince. Gary Trent is out there with Kevin Porter. Then it's Bobby Portis. And it's Sims in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Portis against Kuminga. Portis, the pass to Porter. Portis outside. Excellent D there from Kuminga. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Brent, you've always seen the flashes, but now it seems the game is slowed down for Kuminga.
Well, BA, a lot of fans clamoring for Kuminga to get minutes even earlier on, but the Warriors took a very slow approach to his development, and now you're starting to see some of that athleticism and strength and some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga.
A great job to establish position and square up.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The Warriors lead by 7. Outside heel. It's stolen by Trent. Pass to Sims. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability.
Back to Payton. Kuminga with a screen on Porter. Payton passes to Hield. Here's post. And the Warriors miss again. The Bucks have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Pass to Prince. Fires for 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Well, when you spot it up like that, Taurean Prince, those percentages go up. Very comfortable on that one.
And there's a pick. Out to Hield. That's tipped. Payton against Trent. Prince, the pass to Trent. Outside Porter. Back to Trent. The three. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Milwaukee?
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
Here's Portis for three. They get it again. Second chance effort. That one's good. Sims. And now a three-point Bucks lead.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in that session.
Will it go? Payton, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. They get the rebound. And he jams it home with authority.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, Hield from outside. It's hauled in by Portis.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Porter with it. Kuminga defends. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. Hield for three. The rebound by Sims. Sims has got 4 rebounds in the game. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Warriors trail by 7. Pass to post. Now Kuminga. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Here's Milwaukee. They're on a 17-6 run. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And such a threat with the basketball. Porter Jr. gets those fouls often.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And the Warriors shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. Payton against Porter. Moody from outside. Ooh, the smooth three from Moody. Kuminga against Portis. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Porter's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Post. He gets it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Bucks on top, leading by 5. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring. The fans, players, everyone. but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality. Incentivizes the defender.
And it's Butler in at the 3 slot. And here are the Warriors now. Green with a screen on Jackson. Curry from deep three-point land. Nice open look, but it's no good. Lillard passes to Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
How about Lopez getting out as the big man with that kind of hustle in transition?
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. And you know, Damian Lillard, a lot of his points come from the line break.
Well, he does a great job of getting himself there. I think defenders are so in tune with Lillard's ability to drill you from the three-point line. He gets around the initial guy and then into the teeth of the defense, where he's very strong at attacking the rim.
Back to Curry. Puts up a deep three. Another three for Golden State.
It just doesn't matter. Once Steph crosses half court, he's in range.
Lillard against Butler. Oh, Lillard shrugs off the contact.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
And Curry's got the ball here for the Golden State Warriors. It's a three-point game. The Bucks have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. There's Jackson with the 3. No good there. Golden State has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. But Jimsky's shot is good.
Terrific placement on the bounce pass, right where it needed to be.
Milwaukee has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. And down it goes. 2 points. And the Bucks lead by 3.
Giannis finding the mid-range J, and he can score over the top.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Lillard can't get it to go.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
For the tie. The shot by Podziemski, no good. Lillard against Butler. Antetokounmpo outside. Kuzma outside. The second effort. Pass to Lopez. Hits a three-pointer. And it's a 6-point Bucks lead.
Good soft hands there from Lopez, efficient in the catch-and-shoot motion.
And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Oh, the streak of Giannis.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. The 3 from Curry. He drops it from range. Curry's got 12.
That's one of the best three-point shooters And you got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Get loud, fans. On the court is your fight squad. It's time for T-shirts.
but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the music. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer.
Let off the steam.
Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat,
Frank, this matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. We've got Anthony Simon. Bringing his out there with Avdia. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Kamare in at the three. Now, here's Avdia. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Here's Kuzma. Lillard outside. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Special K, as good as Damian Lillard can be throughout a game, he definitely takes it up a notch in crunch time.
Couldn't agree with you more, Kevin. He's one of those guys that certainly seems to rise to the occasion and relish in the clutch moments. And his range is in the gym like. I mean, 30 feet away, 35 feet away, he shoots it the same as if it's a mid-range jumper.
Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26. And Antetokounmpo is really an absolute terror in the open floor. I mean, love seeing a guy his size run the floor the way he does. Wow, impressive.
Here's Kamare. And the layup's good off the glass.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Got to like that attacking mindset of Lillard. I mean, very confident in his ability to score and finish inside.
to Klingon. Klingon the screen for Simon. Here's Klingon. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Okay, showing some touch there. Good to see Klingon wanting to expand his offensive repertoire.
Giannis, that's a two-pointer. Out to Kuzma. Second chance shot. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
There's the three. Avdia gets the bucket.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Milwaukee. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Hey guys, well this year marked the loss of Blazers great, Hall of Famer, and truly a one-of-one, Bill Walton. One of the greatest big men this league has ever seen, known for his incredible passing skills. And off the court, he was just as dedicated to assisting others and making the world a better place. Guys, there is no question Bill Walton will be missed.
His legacy carries on. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. Klingon, and it's Klingon with the jam.
And there's the movement. Klingon with great body control coming down the lane.
Here's Jackson. Softly drops in the floater.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Jackson against Simon. It's deflected. Stolen by Jackson. Lillard with it. Klingon defending. Shoots. Lillard misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And as for last season, he was a 74% shooter at the line.
Lillard's passing game, a thing of beauty. Got that ball to a guy who had a quality look and got it to him on time.
Avdia, bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Lillard dishes to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
The decision-making of Antetokounmpo is really brilliant, in a word. He knows when to spot up, he knows when to roll to the bucket off screen, and he knows when to give it up.
Klingon the screen for Avdia. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Milwaukee heading to the bench with a set. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Milwaukee?
They've been so aggressive. Oh, man. And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
And it goes down 2 points. Portis has got the lead up to 7 now for Milwaukee.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Henderson kicks to Ayton. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Just great awareness there from Ayton. Understands the game plan and reads the game so well.
Trent passes to Prince. Back to Trent. 5 to shoot. Some solid defense from Ayton.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And Ayton stays with it. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Trent setting the pick for Prince. A three-pointer is right on target. Prince has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Here's Sharp. Right
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever, able to do things most others can't.
And stolen by Ayton. Sharp against Porter. Grant with a screen on Porter. Here's Sharp. Out to Henderson. And then Henderson with the dunk.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Really good in the playmaking role. Porter Jr. with the right read in the two-man game there.
The Bucks shooting just their second attempt at the line tonight. The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big, as strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw a foul.
Walker dishes to Grant. Three-pointer.
Sending it back with postage. This is why every team is looking to add length to its lineup. Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Chalk up two there.
Fantastic job moving the ball there by Porter Jr., understanding exactly what was available when his teammates were open.
But drive by Henderson. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Milwaukee leading by 5. Outside Porter. Fires top of the key. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Trailblazers have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Grant kicks to Henderson. Back to Grant. Pass to Sharp. Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. Milwaukee with the rebound. We've got 1:13 left now here in the second. Stolen by Grant. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. The kick out to Walker. Porter against Grant. From outside the arc. That one misses. 3 shots. All come up empty. Trent against Sharp. The kick out to Porter. The shot's good on the assist by Prince. Porter's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks. Here's Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
You know what? When you allow Grant to get close to the rim, you risk seeing him give you a facial right in your grill.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Sharp against Prince. Lets it go with a 3. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. Trailblazers trail by 8.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And here they come. It's Porter outside. Up again. Here's Sims. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. And that concludes the first half. Milwaukee on top. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Kuzma in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Now here's Giannis. He's covered closely. The wide open look here for Lopez. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Klingen's got his 5th rebound in this one. For Portland, they have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you.
The big fella with the big finish, Lopez, rocking that rim.
Now, here's Thibault, covered by Lillard. Simons with a screen on Kuzma from downtown, and the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Simons. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
Here's Avdia. Avdia, a screen on Jackson. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And the shot-first mindset of Lillard, when he sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to attack.
Avdia, a screen on Lillard. Deep 2 from Thibault. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The rebound by Simons.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the...
That was a strong dunk.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
Lillard with no one around. A three-pointer off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to Klingen. Now Thibault. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 bangs home the trifecta. And now just a 1-point Bucks lead.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Lillard attacking. Portland grabs the miss. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
And that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Avdia. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And it's Thibault in the corner. Pass to Kamare for the lead. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. The shot's good. Giannis has got 4 this quarter.
Head up, scanning the floor, surveying the situation. Lillard makes a terrific feed. Excellent point guard play.
Avdia with a screen for Simon. Outside, Avdia. Pass to Kamare. Looking for Kuzma. He gets it there. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge.
More difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Henderson, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. That will count. That shot missing. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Up. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Portland, the guard pair are Henderson and... Oh, wow, man!
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
First personal foul. First team foul. Henderson finds Grant. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Trent passes to Prince. Here's Sims, a second chance effort, and the layup is good. And the Bucks lead by 5.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And then Henderson with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Sharp. Kicks it out to Grant. Back to Sharp. 4 on the clock. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
A new lineup here for the Bucks. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Klingon, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Avdia comes in for Walker. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Sharp. And it's Simons in for Henderson. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. It's a 3-point game. Here's Klingon. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And simply put, Donovan Clingan is a winner. 2 national titles in 2 college seasons. He can really affect a game at that size.
And the Bucks making a change here. Prince is checked in.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Knocked loose and stolen by Lillard. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's deflected.
And with every swat, Clingan is earning a reputation as a shot blocker.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. There's Lopez with the 3. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 6 assists now in the game. Simons kicks to Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps the case simply that some kind of motivational speeches at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
Lopez finds Giannis. 1:46 left in the 4th quarter. That one goes in.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
Oh, what a jam! Simon!
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Here's Grant. And he drops in the layup off the glass. That's 7 points for Jeremy Grant.
Man, great strength that time from Grant. With the game up in the air, he really looks comfortable being the guy to take the big shot.
Here's Lillard down low. And Thibault sends it back. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Puts the move on. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lillard the pass to Lopez.
Boy, those are the kinds of plays that Lopez is known for. Huge basket there.
And for Portland, they're shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Thibault on the wing. And the rejection by Giannis. There's 42 seconds left in the game. Grant for 3. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Jackson passes to Prince. Out left to the wing. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. Pocket 6. Here's Prince. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Grant with a screen on Jackson. Left side, Grant. To tie it up. Here's Simon. Money!
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Here's Lillard. Kicks it out to Giannis. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. And regulation now. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Giannis. And Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
And Antetokounmpo is just fearless. I mean, hit him, knock him around, really doesn't faze him, doesn't matter. I mean, this guy is determined to get the job done, and he does.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Simons. And the slam dunk by Simons.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Man. How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Here's Venom and the powerful one-handed slam.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
Now, I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Bucks. They lead by 1. We play just over a minute here in OT. Can't get it to fall. Simons with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
Klingon, just a massive human being going up for that slam.
And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Here's Giannis. Off the inbound. Inside. Antetokounmpo. Automatic.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Here's Kamara. Guarded by Prince. Avdia with a screen for Simons. Outside, Avdia. Shot clock at 5. Back to Simons. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when you're talking about a game down the stretch.
Lillard outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Kicks it out to Lillard. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. And the Bucks lead by 4.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch, and he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Here's Kamara, guarded by Prince. Here's Klingon. Here's the screen. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And love the poise from the rookie big man Klingon. He embraces moments like these.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Portis. Back to Antetokounmpo. Got it.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit. And in addition to his great talent, Antetokounmpo has the reputation of being an outstanding leader as well. He's a clutch player who demands the ball in these situations. You love that.
Jackson passes to Lillard. Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. Fires from the wing. No good. And so the Bucks take the win. They escape. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for
ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Now the opening lineup for the Portland Trailblazers. We've got Denny Avdia and Freddie Simons out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Klingon, and it's Kamare in at the 3.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Curry, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Now Portland with it. Avdia outside. There's a screen. Outside Thybulle. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Green. Now here's Curry. Pass to Butler. Launches it. Curry's shot is off. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, BA. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
And here's Curry for 3. That won't go either for Curry.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Thybulle against Green. Thybulle passes to Avdia. They set the pick. Pass to Simons. The 3. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors have gone 1 for 3 so far. And a deep 3 from Curry. The long distance 3 is buried. Curry's got 5 points.
And when Curry is shooting while in rhythm, he is lights out. Nothing you can do to stop him.
Here's Simons. Up top Avdia. Lots of room. Pajemski grabs the board.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Tries it from the top of the key. Tipped.
Okay, young fella. Look, I'll tell you this. Do not test Donovan Klingon. They just learned that the hard
way. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Kamare. From the arc. Portland, no good that time either. The Warriors have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Curry finds Butler. The 3 ball. That's good from Curry on the assist from Butler. Give him 8.
When Curry gets a look that's good, he is automatic. There is almost no stopping him.
Simon's shot is good.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Pajemski. 1:57 left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Curry, 5 on the clock. From downtown, and it's Portland with a rebound. Outside Thybulle. Out to the right wing. Here's Kamare. Butler covering. Out to Simons. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Butler. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for Golden State. They trail by 1. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves. But that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Avdia passes to Simons. Back to Avdia. Let's go with a 3. Hauled in by Curry. The Warriors have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. They get it back. From behind the arc. That one's off, and now he's 3 for 6.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there. He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he'd missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Now here's Curry. Butler's shot is good.
Jimmy Butler taking it upon himself to get those 3 points back.
Portland has gone 4 of 9 from beyond the three-point line in this first quarter. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Thibault. Avdia with it. Over Green. Avdia, good. Avdia's got 5. Here's Curry. Give him 8 points now. From deep three-point land. From beyond the arc and then some. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. The Warriors on top. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
They've got Moody. Buddy Hield is out there with Gary Payton II. Then it's Kuminga, and it's Post in at the 5. That's the Warriors 5. And here are the Warriors now. 4-point game. Kuminga finds Hield. Lets it go from deep. Gets the 3 ball to go. Hield's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
A true display of Hield's accuracy, surprising the defense with the deep shot.
Hield has bounced around for a while now, but he's still a deadly shooter, Richard.
Hield is the definition of a shooter for hire. He's a mercenary. When he's on the floor, he's looking to pull up from deep. That's what he's paid to do. He's been an elite shooter his whole career.
Now here's Payton. Pass to Moody. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hield. And Ayton pulls it down.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. Now here's Sharp. Walker for 3. The rebound by Post. The Warriors lead by 3. And the Warriors pushing it up now. Outside Payton. Back to Hield for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Hield's got 6.
You gotta expect this from a high-volume shooter with range like Hield. He loves to let threes fly from everywhere.
Ayton passes to Henderson. This one for 3. Warriors with the rebound. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Post. They get the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Walker for 3. Tries again. Stripped away. In transition, here come the Warriors. The ball's knocked loose.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Ayton finds Walker. Grant outside. Knocks it down from distance. Grant's got 5 points now in the quarter. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Now here's Grant. 5 points in the game. Off the mark there with a 3. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. 6-point lead. 3-pointer Sharp. Yes, great play by Walker to set it up. Sharp's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
Now here's Sharp. It's Walker on the wing, guarded by Payton. Aiden, a screen on Hield. Sharp passes to Aiden, gets stolen by Hield. And the Warriors pushing it up now. And here's Kuminga for three. Portland with a rebound. Aiden's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Yeah, a tremendous athlete. Grant excels on the fast break.
Here's Kuminga. Oh, Kuminga, just a menace inside.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
Grant outside. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock.
How about the little guy throwing himself on the glass?
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
9 seconds left in the first half of this one. Grant in the post. Walker for three. And so it's the Golden State Warriors leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possessions. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. We've got Klingon, Anthony Simons out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Avdia, and it's Kamare in at the 3. And when we talk about players who impact winning, Draymond Green is high on that list, RJ.
And the amazing thing, his career scoring average is in the single digits. Draymond does it with his passing and directing the defense and gives his teams energy.
Oh, look at Green. So smart, so athletic.
Gotta reward the big man Green for running the floor. Excellent execution.
To the wing on the left. For 3, Klingon knocks down the long J. Klingon's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Down low. Here's Green. Portland with a rebound. Simons outside. Now Avdia. Thybulle, a screen on Curry. Here's Avdia. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Now here's Curry. He's got 11. Outside for Green. Shot clock at 5. Outside Pajemski. Takes a 3. Again, Green missing. Blazers trail by 5. Simons with it, now guarded by Curry. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Simons outside. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 is up. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Here's Kamare. Simons outside. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Green against Avdia. Pass to Klingen. Outside Thibault. 6 on the shot clock. For the lead. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 4 rebounds now. The Warriors leading. Remember when people were questioning whether the Warriors were truly a dynasty, RJ?
I do, and that was erased for good with that championship run in 2022. I still think that that is Steph's most important championship. That title cemented them as one of the all-time great teams of the last 50 years.
Here's Klingen. They set the pick for the tie. Here he goes. And he throws it down with one hand.
Not many guys are going to want to get in Klingen's way on that drive. I mean, just a terrific flush right there.
Pass to Pajemski. And the Warriors going with a whole new group out there.
Substitution on the court.
1:21 left in the third quarter. Outside Payton. Outside Moody. 5 to shoot. Here's Hield driving to the basket, and he cranks it down right on top of DeAndre Ayton.
And that kind of finish has to feel good. Hield showing some power right there.
Henderson with it. Payton covering. They double him with Moody. Henderson, the pass to Walker. And that misses. That would have put him up.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Moody misses. Now Portland with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. And here's Grant from the arc. Good. And it's Walker who picks up the assist.
Three-pointer.
Grant's got 10 points.
High-effort plays tend to pay off for Grant on offense. He knows how to work his way to a shot.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Post gets it to go.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Drills it from deep. Grant's got 6 here in the quarter.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
Moody passes to Hield. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here's Grant from the arc. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Gary Payton II is out there with Buddy Hield. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Moses Moody. And it's Post in at the 5 down low. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Oh, Moody deadly from there. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Henderson drives in, and he dunks it down.
Yeah, head first down the lane. Henderson wants to throw it down on your head.
Out to the right wing. Here's Post. Man, oh man, Kuminga with the easy bounce. Throws it down.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Post shot, no good. And so Henderson will bring it up for Portland. Three-pointer Sharp. Nails it from 3. Now it's a 3-point Portland lead.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Now here's Payton. Hield on the wing. And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Warriors able to keep possession. So Portland going with almost an entire new group here. Klingon, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Avdia comes in for Walker. Thibault, he's checked in for Sharp. And Simon has subbed in for Henderson. Thibault with it. Green picks him up. Pass to Klingon. Fires the three. Rebounded by Hield. Warriors trail by 3. Green, the pass to Hield. A deep 3. And he can't get that one. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Grant's shot is off. Golden State has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Butler finds Green, and it's Denny Avdia with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Hield. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
You gotta love Hield's relentless fire on the court, especially when it's do or die time.
Simons passes to Avdia. Here's Klingon. They set a pick. Thibault on the wing. Shot clock at 6. 3-pointer. The Warriors pull it in.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Jackson Davis. And here's Butler outside. The 3 dropped in by Jimmy Butler.
This is Jimmy Buckets at his best. Rising to a challenge and delivering for his team.
Grant, the pass to Simons. Again, the miss by Portland.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Outside, Green. Right side, Butler. Portland with a rebound. Klingon's got rebound number 7 tonight. Thibault passes to Simons. And that's an intentional foul. There's a minute 17 left in the fourth. Here's Klingon. Out to Simons. Grant with a screen on Curry. Simons passes to Grant. 4 on the clock. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. And there's Simons. That one's good. On the assist from Grant. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. Curry surveys. To the inside. Green, the pass to Curry. Hield against Simons. Curry, a screen on Simons. And the corner. And it's Hield missing. So it's Portland now. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Here's Klingon. Off the outside. Driving in. Out to Simons. It's good from beyond the arc.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Curry passes to Butler. From deep. And he sinks it. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the top.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that'll put him up 2. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
A chance to tie it up here.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3. But they'll probably try for a 2. But if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
Butler passes to Curry. Can't knock in the 3.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well. Cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Time expires. We're going to overtime. We'll get... Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Klingon out there with Avdia. Then it's Jeremy Grant. Then it's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Simons in at the point guard position.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
There's Simons with a 3. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds in the game. Thybulle against Curry. Here's the floater. Avdia pulls it in. Portland trailing here. Here we go. Pass to Klingon. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Draymond Green.
And one look at Donovan Klingon, and you see why scouts were excited about him. 7'2" with a great build. You can only imagine the intimidating presence he could become on the floor.
Now here's Curry. Outside Butler. Outside Curry. Beyond the arc. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback. And the Warriors lead by 2.
Just an absolute force on the glass. He was not going to be denied.
Avdia attacking. And that was good.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
The Warriors have gotten 2 of 4 attempts to go in OT. Curry passes to Butler. Out to Hield. Launches a 3. And so the ball out of bounds. Hield touched it last. And the Trailblazers shooting at about 51% for the game so far in this one. Outside Curry. Pulls up. And the Warriors get it back. Puts up a 3. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Thybulle. And so he draws the foul. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge. Asking for a review. This could be a big call.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Huge free throws right there. He's able to put them on top with those makes.
Outside for Green. The 3 from Curry. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
It hasn't been all bad shots for him, but you wouldn't know that looking at his percentage from the field.
Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Simons. Hield for 3. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
This is why you turn to Hield. What a huge moment for him there.
And it's Simons with the ball for Portland. Grant with a screen on Curry. Pass to Grant. Money!
The heat is on, but Grant keeps his composure. He doesn't let the situation affect the quality of his shot.
Here's Thybulle. The 3-pointer off the mark. Important possession here.
Yeah, we'll see how they execute under pressure.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock.
And they aren't over the limit yet. And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Pretty much, they have to be perfect the rest of the way. That puts tremendous pressure on your offense.
Grant's shot is off. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
First team foul.
And a deep three from Curry. Misses there. And so the big win by Golden State in a tight game. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep
And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 slot. And that one misses. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. And Jackson gets it to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Stolen by Jackson. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That's a great dunk.
Freakish.
Man overboard.
Wow.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Traps in the tray.
And down in the corners, Butler can be dangerous. He's pretty comfortable with that shot.
Outside Jackson.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me. What confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. Now here's Butler. Fires away from way outside. Kuzma pulls it in. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Lillard from outside. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And Lillard a flat-out gunner from deep because he's just a lethal shooter from way outside.
Kept alive.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing over Butler. Antetokounmpo, no good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
But Jemski's shot is good.
Well, heady plays like that are what Jimmy Butler is all about. He knows where the defense is.
From the arc. They get it back. Lillard outside. Off target from outside. Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Curry kicks to Butler. Back to Curry. Fires from way outside. And Lopez pulls it down. Milwaukee leading by 5. Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Antetokounmpo.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you.
Giannis anticipating there and just creates his own chance.
That's to Curry. Fires from way outside. The Warriors keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. From deep three-point territory.
Oh, man. Talk about finding change in the couch. How do you get that?
Lillard from outside. Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. 7-point differential.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He has 6. Jackson kicks to Antetokounmpo. Fires the three. The Warriors pull it in.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Milwaukee shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. That one is off.
And for a 7-footer, Brook Lopez is pretty versatile. You get all the defensive impact you'd expect, but he can also consistently score on all three levels.
Curry with a wide open look. Again, Curry missing. Here's Lillard. And so it's Milwaukee in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a brute. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Hield, and it's Spencer in at the point.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
What a gifted shooter. Hield is especially dangerous from the corner.
Here's Spencer, guarded by Porter, and there's the call on Kevin Porter. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Spencer, the jump hook, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Bucks leading by 5. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
I like how Taurean Prince moves the ball, consistent at getting it to his teammates within the offense.
On offense, here are the Bucks. They've led by as much as 10. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Prince has got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Pass to Sims. Shot on the wing. And Spencer pulls it down.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Porter passes to Portis. Kicks it out to Prince. And here is Trent outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Trent's got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Spencer, guarded by Porter. The jump hook. And it's off the back rim. No good. Bucks leading by 10. It's Prince on the wing. Takes a 3. And Spencer pulls it down. Golden State's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That's foul number 2 for him. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Puts it up. Post. Misses the shot. Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Near the 3-point line, it's Porter. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's Knox. Scoreless thus far. Here's Post. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It goes on Taurean Prince. Greg, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Warriors trail by 7. Over to the left wing. Here's post. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Trent gets the bucket.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Portis inside the three-point line. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Portis has got his first 2 points of the night.
And how about Porter Jr.'s court awareness? Excellent job finding the open man with the pass.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. They lead by 7.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
No good on the triple. Bucks have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. The Warriors have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Santos. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Goes up on the wing. It's rebounded by Golden State.
He wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Healed from outside. It's hauled in by Trent. Milwaukee leading by 9. Going inside. A shot by Sims, no good. That's a 2 from Hield. That one wide left.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
And so it's Milwaukee in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fans half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Curry, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Damian Lillard.
Curry does a great job of selling that up fake, and he forces the D to react, and they make the mistake.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Pass to Podziemski. And he's good on the 3-ball. Podziemski's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, I know you want to focus on the shooting with Steph, but man, he's going to make plays too.
Lillard from outside buries the long-range jumper. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And the Bucks with possession. They've led by as much as 10. Curry against Lillard. Here's the 3. Out to Kuzma. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist.
And Kuzma has proven he can be an effective scorer whether he's operating on or off the ball.
Outside Curry. Over Jackson. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. And he'll go to the line to shoot 3. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Missed so many years in the NBA. You would think Curry would slow down, wouldn't you, Brent? But he remains at the very top of his game.
I think the best part about what we're seeing with Steph right now, Kevin, is his competitive will. You get to this age, and you get to this stage after accomplishing all the things that Steph has done, and it's still not enough. So let's keep enjoying him while we can.
And here's Giannis from outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. A shot by Butler, nobody around. Hands it from downtown. Butler's got 10 points.
I don't think there's a moment on the floor that Jimmy Butler does not feel the utmost confidence.
And Kuzma has it in the corner. Jackson has the open look. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part. I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
So you're saying that he's out there right now protesting in some form or fashion?
It's Curry outside, and the rebound goes to Lopez.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on the silver platter, just served him up.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Well, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Portis inside the three-point line. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Warriors trail by 10. Here's Spencer, and he drives in. Off with the layup. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. 10-point lead, this is their biggest. And here's Prince outside. The rebound by Post. Warriors have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent has probably come to a close.
Yeah, I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but you know they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
Defenses try to test Porter's physicality, but he's adjusted well to it.
Over to the wing for 3. Warriors with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Santos. Good on the triple. Santos has got his second bucket tonight.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
Here's Sims. The kick out to Porter. Tries again. Prince, the pass to Portis. Here's Sims. They get it back. Trent outside. Pass to Porter. Stolen. Here's Santos. He got it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Bucks leading by 12. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Knox, and it's Spencer in at the 1 spot. Trent kicks to Portis. Here's Sims. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Post has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Spencer. To the left wing. Here's Santos. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Here's Sims. Looking to end his cold spell. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 5 assists tonight. Here's Spencer. And the Warriors miss again.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself. That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Spencer. Another three for Golden State.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
There's Porter with the three. This one for three. It's rebounded by Golden State. Throws it up high. Knocks the pass to Spencer. And that's going to be a travel.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
A new lineup here for the Bucks. Out to Kuzma. Lets the three fly. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Bucks lead by 11.
And Kuzma spacing the floor nicely, patiently waiting and knocking down the three.
The shot by Curry, no good. Milwaukee has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Shoots the three. And again, no good by Golden State.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And there's the call on Curry. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Didn't think that was going to go in.
It doesn't matter. I mean, once Steph Curry crosses half court, you're in trouble.
And the Bucks miss again.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen from Milwaukee?
No adjustments made by the other team, and they couldn't defend against the speed of this group. They've been running over them in this one.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
First team foul.
Warriors trail by 5. The shot by Curry. Wow, magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
And I just love the calm confidence that Steph has in these kind of moments. Get the ball to him, he'll do it to you every time.
Golden State moving the ball around. Back to Butler. Pass to Green. Curry setting the pick for Green. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it from the top of the key. Curry's shot is off. Milwaukee leading by 3. Here's Lillard. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Giannis has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Curry with the 3. Again, Curry missing.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Here's Podziemski. Covered by Lillard. Back to Podziemski. Pass to Butler. Here's Curry with the 3. Curry buries the 3 shot.
Fearless. Curry takes on the challenge and gets that big basket to fall.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The kick outside to Butler. Pass to Podziemski. Green with a screen on Jackson. Curry way outside. Curry with another miss.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence.
The setup and the slam by Giannis.
And you know he knows he's He's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fires from deep. Lillard outside. And the rejection by Curry. Green dishes to Curry. For the three. Here's Looney outside for Curry. Pass to Pajemski. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Drills the three-pointer. And now a 7-point Bucks lead. And so the Bucks take the win. A narrow win under difficulty. Much appreciated, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
play at their pace.
Yeah, and there's not many teams like that anymore. But it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possessions.
Now let's take a look at the Bucks opening lineup. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. Lillard got a good look, gets a very good look and converts.
What's incredible, he doesn't need much space to let it fly. Lillard's shooting touch does wonders for his team spacing.
Simons passes to Avdia. There's a screen. Here's Klingon. Pass to Simons. From deep three-point land. Lillard pulls down the board.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Sends it home from three-point land.
And I love the balance for Lillard between scoring and passing. That time finding his teammate for the great look.
Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
The drive by Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
The incomparable length. I mean, Giannis with those big strides and the reach to finish against anyone.
Simons passes to Avdia. Williams, a screen on Jackson. And here's Simons outside. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I briefly spoke with Chauncey Billups. We discussed the elephant in the room, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach said we'll look to build the wall as best we can, but Giannis gets better at beating it every year. All I'm really asking from my guys is their best effort against him. These are reasonable expectations from a coach for his squad.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. And it's time. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. The kick out to Williams. Simons against Jackson. Simons outside. 4-3. The rebound by Jackson.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Jackson can't get it to go. Blazers trail by 3. And here's Simons outside. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Pass to Lillard. Back to Antetokounmpo. Avdia against Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Lillard's got 6.
It doesn't matter where he is on the floor. Lillard is a walking bucket.
Here's the pick. Here's Simons. Avdia outside. Fires for 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Lopez. Pure from three-point range. Lopez has got his second basket on the night.
And that's just Giannis making the right play, feeding the open man.
Out to the wing. Now here's Simons. Fires from deep. Sinks it. Now 2 of 7 on the night.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Avdia outside. No good on the triple. Lillard fires away from way outside. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Inside, it's Grant playing next to Ayton. Scoot and Sharp with the backcourt set. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. That's the group for Portland starting the second.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability.
Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Here's Henderson. The 3 from Ayton. Drops in the 3. Ayton's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Porter in the post, defended by Henderson. Trent's shot is off.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Outside for Grant. Ayton with a screen. Open shot, Grant. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Pass to Ayton. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Yeah, when you let Ayton get the ball close, it's over. DeAndre is just too skilled.
Portis with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Here's Trent. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Trent's got his first points of the night.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Left side Sharp. Back to Henderson. Grant outside. Grant with a screen on Porter. Outside for Grant. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, great awareness from Grant. Detects an opening inside and converts. You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team.
So it's Portland now, following the score by Milwaukee. Henderson, and he jams it home with authority.
Yeah, head first down the lane. Henderson wants to throw it down on your head.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Jeremy Grant averaged single digits in points the first 4 seasons of his career. But over the last 4 seasons, he's scoring over 20 a game. He said it all changed for him back in Detroit, adding, quote, "I grew as a player, being the #1 option and seeing different coverages. Now I'm reaping the benefits," unquote. Right?
All right, Allie, thanks.
High effort plays tend to pay off for Grant on offense. He knows how to work his way to a shot.
Trent, the pass to Porter. Trent against Grant. It's Portis, high post. Over Sharp. Portis' shot is off. And so Henderson will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Sharp passes to Grant. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Sims. For Milwaukee, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Trent outside. Prince, the screen on Sharp. Trent, the pass to Prince to the left side wing. And it's Portis. That time on the assist from Prince. Portis has got 5 now.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, You do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
The Bucks have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. There's a screen. Outside Porter. Back to Prince. Out to Portis. Pass to Sims. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
Yeah, Ayton has all the physical gifts of a great shot blocker. Size, length, and agility.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Henderson. .41 seconds left in the first half. Porter, the pass to Trent. It's rebounded by Grant.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Ayton, a screen on Portis. Pass to Henderson. Going inside. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Yeah, love seeing the young guard Henderson take charge like this, making things happen on the drive.
Porter.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
12 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Portis outside. And there's the screen. And here's Porter outside. No good. Would have counted had it gone. It's all tied up in Portland. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
That's the end of the first half. Your score, your Trailblazers, 27. The Bucks, 27. Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Wow, Damian Lillard really having a great game.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
And on the floor for Doc Rivers as we get into the second half. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the three. Antetokounmpo can't connect.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Here's Simons. Pass to Avdia for the lead. Gets the three to fall. Avdia's gotten his second bucket on the night.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Simons outside. Thibault on the wing. Avdia, screen on Lillard. Pass to Avdia. 6 to shoot. From outside the arc. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds in the game. Giannis throws it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Out to Lillard. Shot is up. And Klingon pulls it down.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Avdia attacking. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, just a great find by Klingon. As he plays more and more, the game will slow down for him.
Jackson, the pass to Lillard. Jackson outside. Back to Lillard. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Thibault. Free ball from Lillard.
And if you're guarding Dame in the pick and roll, you need to stop the ball. Lillard can just eat you alive.
Pass to Avdia. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Drains the triple.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
Now here's Simons.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Williams. Back to Avdia. Over Kuzma. And Avdia with the basket on the assist from Williams. Avdia's got 10 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that fadeaway gave him more than enough space to get that shot off.
And when you talk about this Portland team, Stan, they're young and talented. They have some nice pieces going forward.
Yeah, and Brian, it starts with Scoot Henderson and Anthony Simons in that backcourt, but Shaedon Sharpe, when healthy, they've got some good pieces to build around.
Out to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. Sinks it from distance. And it's a 4-point Milwaukee lead.
Yeah, Lillard is relentless on offense tonight, getting bucket after bucket for his team.
Avdia outside. Here's the 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Jackson, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Avdia outside. And it's Denny Avdia with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
A line change here for Portland. The Bucks leading by 4. That's tipped. To the paint. Here's Grant. And the layup is good off the glass. Grant's got 7.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Here's Portis. And then Portis with the dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost them 3.
Outside for Porter. Up top, Portis. Shoots over Grant. Pass to Sims. 4 on the clock. Porter's shot is off. Now here's Henderson. And Kevin Porter picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And here's Ayton. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we've reached the end of the third quarter.
Fourth quarter time.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Portland trailing here. Scoot and Sharpe are the backcourt set. Inside, it's Grant playing next to Ayton, and it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Quick shooting from Grant. He gets it and takes it. It's just that easy for him sometimes.
Porter finds Prince. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
3 points.
Prince has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Henderson with it. Portis picks him up from 7 feet away. And the Blazers getting another bucket right there.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Here's Prince. Rebounded by Kamare. Portland's shooting around 51%. That's a good number. Here's Henderson. Pass to Kamare. Back to Henderson. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And now a 3-point Portland lead.
An athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Trent outside, fires the three. He's off on that one. Trailblazers lead by 3. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
To the middle. Here's Kamari. So it'll be 2 free throws. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
At the line for Portland, Kamari. 2 shots. The bench is under video review of the NBA rules. 2 minutes allowed to review the ball.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Now here's Trent. Clock at 6. Pass to Portis. Stolen by Ayton. Outside Sharp. The finish! And he goes in for the dunk.
That's an athletic play by Sharp, putting in the sweat to beat the other guys back on the fast break.
And that'll be Milwaukee's ball as it goes out of bounds. Bucks able to keep the possession, and the Bucks going with a whole new group out there. Here's Lillard. Oh, Lillard, the one flying high.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Off the outside. It's Williams, high post. Here's Simons. They get it again. Klingen. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 5. Thibault with a steal. Pass to Simons. They set the screen. The 3 is up. They get it back. Here's Klingen. Back to Avdia. Williams, a screen on Jackson. Avdia from outside. Here's Williams. Out to Simons. There's the 3. Connects from downtown. And it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Williams. Out to Simons. The 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Well, something else that has stood out to me has been their aggressiveness on the boards. They're just out-muscling the opposition on the offensive glass.
Good shot by Lillard. No good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Trailblazers.
It was stop and go for them along the way, but they finally seized full control of this game.
BA, the scoreboard definitely doesn't tell the whole story. They were able to pull things together when things got tough, and of course, they closed strong.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Anthony Simons.
And he found a way to leave his mark on every facet of the game. His activity and energy were huge factors.
Thibault with a steal. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. And it's Simons missing.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
Here's Avdia. And he gets that one. Avdia with a steal. For 3, Klingen. Offline. And so Portland takes the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
looking bad.
And Portland starts out with the ball. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. And it's Butler in at the 3 spot. Or should we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
It's stolen by Curry. A 3 ball. And Klingon pulls it down.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Amarant connects from 3-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Curry outside. Sinks the triple. Curry's got 5 now.
You knew it was coming because Steph, this man loves a good duel.
Klingon the screen for Avdia. Klingon at the elbow. Shot clock at 6. 3-pointer, Simon. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Podziemski. They get it again. Outside for Curry. Puts up a 3. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. And now Portland on the break. Here's Thibault. Boom, he jams it straight down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Fades and shoots. It's hauled in by Thibault.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Beyond the arc. Portland with a new 14. And there's the foul. It'll go on Trace Jackson Davis. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Simons from outside. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Portland's gone 2 of 5 from 3-point land here in the first quarter. Pass to Klingon. Avdia. Now Thibault. Off target with his 3. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Butler. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A high IQ play from a high IQ player. Butler, the second chance opportunity there.
Pass to Kamare. Simons with a screen on Kirk. Good on the 3-point shot. Kamare's got his second basket of the night.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun. You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, DA. Hits the 3-point bomb. Curry's got a couple of 3s now in the first of the Warriors.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Podziemski, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It didn't take long for Podziemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
Back to Simons. Pass to Kamare. And stolen by Butler. Picked his pocket. And now Portland on the break. Here's Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
At the elbow, it's Avdia. Count it.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Here's Curry with the three. He gets it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a 6-point. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Blazers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And also, how about the way they decimated the opposition on the offensive glass, getting an impressive number of second chance points.
The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Jabari Walker is out there with Grant. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. They're the group the Portland Trail Blazers will start the second quarter with. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Offensive rebound. Pass to Ayton. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And it's the Warriors on the break. Healed from outside. And it's Portland with the rebound. Henderson with it. Outguarded by Heald. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Sharp on the wing. And it's Gary Payton II with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Spins. Kicks it out to Grant. Three-pointer. The shot misses. Warriors trail by 8. In the corner. Moody with it. And again, no good by Golden State. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Grant, that's good.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Trailblazers leading by 11. From past the arc, and the 3 ball is good. Henderson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Grant finds Sharp. Back to Grant. The 3. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Warriors trail by 14. Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a #1 option in Detroit for a couple years. Grant's done it all.
They kick out to Heald.
2 minutes.
Pass to Moody. 5 on the clock. Golden State moving the ball around. Knocks down the 3 ball. Moody's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And with that 3-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by Portland?
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And the Warriors with possession here. They trail by 11. Heald can't hit. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
1:27 left to play here in the half.
Some agile defense from Hield, not allowing the shooter to slip by him.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Outside, Kuminga. Misses the three. Trailblazers leading by 11. It's stolen by Kuminga. Pass to Payton. And here is Moody. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Moody's got 6 here in this quarter.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Henderson finds Walker. Launches it. And Scoot Henderson with the 3. Henderson's got 6 points.
Such a confident young man. Scoot just goes for it.
Pass to Kuminga. They kick out to Heel. Back to Kuminga. Kuminga sends a screen for Heel. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. Too open that time. Made it look too easy. 9 points in the game so far.
And I love Grant's mindset. Readies himself to shoot as soon as he touches the ball. And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Henderson passes to Grant. Fires for 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that does it for the first half of play. Trailblazers out in. All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Warriors trail by 12, setting the floor for the Warriors. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. And it's Butler in at the small forward position. Here's Curry. He takes it in. Yep, that one goes.
I mean, he is so lethal on the drive. Once Curry knifes inside, there's little you can do to stop him.
Thibault on the wing. They set the pick. The tray. It's rebounded by Golden State. Jackson Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Stolen by Avdia. To the middle. Here's Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Klingon looks to slam that one down whenever he gets a chance.
And stolen by Simon. Here's Curry. 10 points for him. Fires away from outside. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Kamare. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. The putback. Draymond Green grabs the miss. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. It's a 14-point game. Klingon with the steal. Here's Kamare. Drains it from beyond the arc. Kamare's got 12.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Butler is smart and knows to take what you give him. If the mid-range is open, he'll take it.
RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
Pass to Podziemski. Curry outside. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 5 rebounds tonight. Thibault for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He has 5.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
The real Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Klingon. They get the rebound. That one, no good. Green bounce pass. And stolen by Thibault. And Simons wide open. He'll fire. Hits it from three-point range. Simons has got 5 points now this quarter. Warriors trail by 21. Curry way outside, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Fast break, here they come. And the wide-open shot from Avdia. No good from outside. The Warriors have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. And there's the call on Curry. That's foul number 2 for him. So Portland ends up going with the new group. It's stolen by Kuminga. And here we go. Fast break. Kuminga's got it. A three-pointer, no good. Trailblazers leading by 19. Pass to Sharp.
How's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
Let's just say that was an ill-advised pass there. Very close to a turnover.
And Portland making a change here. Banton's checked in. There's 47 seconds left in the third. Knocks it loose. Here are the Trailblazers with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Trailblazers keep it alive. Henderson kicks to Walker. Pass to Banton. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from outside.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Yeah, well, a lot of people will say Grant's a glue guy, but I tell you, he doesn't need any glue tonight. He is doing this all by himself. And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get to 20 rebounds without having a special talent for grabbing misses.
Banton. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Portland out in front, running away with this one. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Jabari Walker is out there with Grant. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Banton in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Hield finds Payton. There's the screen. Back to Hield. 4 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Takes the 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
In the corner, Moody with it. That's good, and it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 4 assists in the game.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Grant, that's good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Launches a 3. Pass to Banton. It's good from long range.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here. While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Walker the pass to Grant. Here's Benton. Kicks it out to Grant. Jacks up a three. The offensive rebound. Here's Walker. Pass to Benton. And another shot. The Warriors pull it in. Post has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Moody finds Hield. There's the triple. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after Benton, the pass to Grant. From deep. Warriors with the rebound. Payton left side. Pass to Post. Back to Payton. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Post. Here's Kuminga. On the wing, Hield. 6 to shoot. Kuminga kicks to Hield. Rebounded by DeAndre. And so Henderson will bring it up for Portland. Pass to Grant. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Post has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. This one for 3. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 5th assist in this one.
You've got to be kidding me. Draws the foul and hits the shot. What a play from three-point range.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Different look here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. Butler comes in for Moses Moody. Podziemski, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. And Curry subbed in for Gary Payton. Fires the three. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Simons. From deep three-point land. The rebound by Post. Post has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Trailblazers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
The Trailblazers shooting in this game 45%. Here's Klingon, defended by Butler. Simons from outside, nailed from three-point land.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Here's Avdia. The kick out to Simons. Feibel for 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
On the wing, Green. Defended by Avdia. Curry with it. Puts up a deep 3. Basket good. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basket.